Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are all welcome to this career mentoring and tech question and answer sessions, which I promise then dinga holding session inshallah every last Saturday of the month. Shine Saturday Asabar karshen wata. So inshallah za mu dinga holding and I will be responding to some of your questions. We have some questions in the form. For now, I'm going to take the questions da mutane suka rubuta during registration. But later on, maybe idan muka exhausting waɗannan questions in inshallah, we'll start with normal discussing da mu da ku kowa ya tambaya ta maybe one on one sai mu yi explaining wannan. Amma I think for now it's better mu yi responding ga questions in the most of the people suka rubuta ba su da wani yawa sosai. So later on, maybe next month in da mu yi kila sai then we can do that. In kuma naga possibility maybe after 2 weeks we hold the national, maybe it will be after 2 weeks. I wanted it to be every week, but I don't think I can do it every week. That way nace every last Saturday of the month. But in naga akwai possibility in a holding every week 40 minutes every week, maybe we will keep having it every week, we discuss in the sauransu. So, purpose of this, before I started, I have some questions as I'm responding. Okay, so na san kuma insha Allah questions in za su taimaka ma wasu duk da mutum bai tambayar question in by to help him. Please, in wani bai jin Hausa turanci kawai kaji yayi magana. In kuma Hausa duka mu Hausawa ne, ban ga alama akwai wanda baya jin Hausa ba. So, in akwai wanda bai jin Hausa, please yayi magana. So, purpose of this session is to enlighten our people and sensitize them about tech skills. That is, in choosing career, kukuma, what to do in tech in order for somebody to at least succeed in it. So, this is all what we are to discuss about. So, if you have a question, then we are to. I will respond to your question in discussion. We will discuss. Muga yadda abun yake da kuma da zamu guiding mutum towards wannan. So wannan shine first session namu kamar na faɗa shine first session namu end of January. So we'll start now. I will go to the first question da muke da ita wanda shine wani ya turo question in. So let's start. Let me respond to the question. This is the first question that I'm going to respond to. Wannan mutumin cewa yayi, I want to learn web design. How do I start? I don't know if the person is with us, Kobe Tadamu, I don't know. But I'll respond to this question. Maybe some of the people will it will benefit most of the people. Web design, da yawa mutanen mu suna da misunderstanding about web design da kuma web development or software development. But web design yayi tambaya, na san abun da yake magana yana magana website development. Shine abun da yake magana yadda ake gina website. So shine abun da yake magana. Amma normally idan kuka ji ana web design ana magana kan designing na website by developing na website. But designing kuma has to do with kamar kace kamar da ake graphic design na flyer, to kamar shi haka ake designing na website. Kamar ana amfani da mun san su Figma da other softwares da ake designing yadda website in the looking ba developing na website in ba. Developing website has to do with writing of codes da sauransu da za a yi website in. While web design has to do with the sketch of the website, yadda kamar architecture ya zana gida sai engineers ko quantity surveyors da waye duka su zo a yi building gidan. So architectural design na website shine ake cewa web design. So but na sai yana magana ne kan yadda ake developing website. So in order for you to learn how to do that, first of all, you are to learn HTML. That is hypertext markup language. Shine first abin da kowa duniya duk inda zaka ji abin da zai fara faɗa ma, you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the 3 skills da za a ce in kana so ka koyi web design, you have to start with them. Kuma all these skills in HTML, CSS, ina da video 50 da ɗaiɗai dukansu, ina da video kusan 140 da wani abu. JavaScript, HTML, CSS, duk da JavaScript ban gama videos in ba. but maybe I'll continue. But you can start learning from there. Say mutu ya ci gaba da koyo. In ka gama maybe JavaScript, you can go to other frameworks na shi, maybe React, da sauran duka frameworks da ake so domin ka ƙara iya, saboda kana buƙatar su Bootstrap, da sauransu. Akwai a lot of things da mutum zai koya, amma dai beginner in how to start with HTML, CSS, then JavaScript, and you continue. Sannan advisably duk wanda ya koyi HTML, CSS, at least shawara yana iya ya ina jin shawara yana iya koyi kuma me ake kira ne, koyi content management system. So I think it's okay mutum koyi content management system. So you can learn content management saboda most of Nigerians shi suke so a musu website, saboda kowa yana iya affording 10,000 ne, 30,000, sorry, I say 10,000, 30,000, 40, 50, that's what Nigerians can afford to pay for a website. So idan ka ce za ka yi developing website da costs da waye kazana, believe me, to kind of be very, very hectic for you. Content number that can benefit. So in ka koyi JavaScript, HTML, CSS, so I think you can learn content management system, then you continue from there. I think that's good. I answered this question. So this is how you start learning web development. Okay, but if it is web design, let me talk about, if it is web design, it has to do with you learning how to sketch the website. So a very easier way to do is to learn Figma. Figma is very easy. You can learn it within, I don't know how fast learner someone is, but you can learn web design within a very short period of time to learn how to put this, put that. But sometimes some people are saying, even in that web design, you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, because you need to know how website operates before you learn how to design a website. So you need to understand this, but you can go for that Figma, or you can go for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and content management system, and you continue from there. So this is it. The next question is this. The person is asking, I have recently graduated from the university where I studied BSc. His question there, Abundeke Tamba, I want to specialize in either information technology or cyber security. So I don't know what's the difference between information technology and cyber security. I don't even know the difference between the two. But let's continue. While honestly, I don't have skills or programming languages, because from the one, I didn't engage myself. My question is, now please, which career you think will be suitable for me among the following? Content creation. You can't, okay, I will discuss about these 4 careers that you mentioned. I don't think I'm not, like I said, look at in the posting one video, I'm not going to choose a career for anybody to say, okay, go for this, go for that. Seriously, I'm not going to do that. But I think I will just give an brief explanation of all this that he mentioned, so that maybe when shi wanda ya tambaya, maybe ya fahimci kila ga abunda yake tunanin is good for him to learn. So content creation has to do with you trying to create content based on your expertise. You trying to create content based on your expertise, online content. Shine abunda content creation yake magana. Okay, for example, I read biology ko microbiology. Sai yanzu in dinga magana kan abun da suka shafi microbiology. Ga medical doctors ne yanzu suna creating contents masu kyau, maybe a baccin kaza na causing kaza na shine content creation. So if you say you want to become a content creator, I don't know, what do you want to be a content creator on? So our people need to understand this. Content creation, you can't become a content creator sai kana da wani skills da zaka yi for showing. So idan baka da wani skills da zaka showing, I don't know what type of content creation creator do you want to become. So that's what content creation is all about. Maybe yanzu you are good in graphics design, sai kai creating content creation based on graphics design. Kana magana maybe kan colors, palette, kana magana kan designs, kana magana kan kaza. That you are a content creator when it comes to graphic design. So, but issue of that's content creation. Data science, kuma, even before we start this, somebody called me related to data science. Data science is a field. It's a field of a study that has varieties of professions under it. If you say data science, it has to do with data analytics, it has to do with machine learning, artificial intelligence, neural network, deep learning. All this has to do with data science. If you say you want to specialize on data science, I don't know which one you want to take on. You can take anyone that you want, but that's what's the data science in. Cyber security, of course, yeah, cyber security is good, has to do with protecting people from attacks, that is from any heinous attacks online. That's what cyber security is all about. How to protect people, how to design what to protect people, how to bring things that will protect people, or learn how to bring solution to what is harming people online. That what data cyber security is all about. So I think is a very good also. Then IT officer. I think you mean IT support. That what you mean. Because all these three, content creation, data science, cybersecurity, is IT officer. So I don't know what IT officer. Okay, it's okay. I can just say about maybe IT support. IT support has to do with understanding hardware and software, how hardware and software operates in computer. Maybe idan an samu matsala kana iya gyarawa, idan an samu matsala ta software kana iya gyarawa, idan an samu matsala ta hardware kana iya gyarawa. It's like kamar you are an IT support officer, kamar yadda kace. And this skills is something that if you learn any skill, you can become an IT officer. It's not a specific abu, but it has a lot under its shima. Wanda yana da alaka da kamar na ce koyon specific uh, skills wanda suke da alaka da software da hardware. Shine abun da IT officer. So out of this four da kai tambaya, please, I think you can choose any. You studied computer, like you said, you studied computer. Think of any da yake buƙatar ka koya kai amfani da shi, but take note, babu duka wannan field in da kai magana kai, ba field in da za ka yi escaping programming language, babu shi. I don't know any field out of this that you will escape programming language. Unless you want to become motivational speaker in technology, information technology, then you can learn content creation. So that ka ta zuwa kawai ka ta posting online, kana magana kan IT, amma baka san komai game da IT ba, because no way you can become someone who knows IT, that is, who knows computer, or who has tech skills da kyau. Kana so kai magana kai ne, maybe kai escaping programming language, unless maybe zaka koyi kawai graphic design ne. Of course, graphic design is okay. You can learn graphic design and continue your life with that. But computer, I don't think you can be scared of programming language. So this is it. So let's move to the next question. This is the next question we'll talk about, is what skills needed to know more about natural language processing. So natural language processing, let me just talk about it in brief. Mutane su fahimce shi. This is part of the artificial intelligence profession that wanda musa artificial intelligence kamar profession ne da ake koyar da computer ta yi abun da mutane suke yi. Kawai da kaji an ce artificial intelligence shine abun da ake magana. So wannan natural language in part ne na artificial intelligence, amma ana koya ma computer abubuwa guda biyu. Understanding na speech na mutane ko kuma text. Speech, the text, that is audio da kuma text. Yadda za a nuna ma computer ta understanding nasu ta aikata wani abu da su. Kamar misali yanzu akwai ma computer duk message in da ya shigo a email ta ga an rubuta, okay, click here to get a promo, is a spam. Then it will categorize that email into what? Into a spam folder. That's work of natural language processing. So natural language kuma shine ake amfani da shi ana translating na languages. Maybe idan na yi magana yanzu da turanci, sai computer ta fassara magana da turanci zuwa Hausa. That's natural language. Shine wannan language text, maybe ka ce English to Hausa ko Hausa to kaza, shine ake koyar da computer shi ma wannan. Sannan da shine ake amfani ana creating duka chat bots in da muke gani. Most of the times ana amfani da natural language processing a koya musu wannan. But duka abun nan da nake bayani, ina bayani kan natural language in ne. But what skills do you need? First of all, before we go deep, you need to understand natural language first, and the skills that you need to learn Python, because akwai natural language toolkit a Python, natural language toolkit under Python. So idan ka koyi ka fara da Python ka iya basics nashi duka, then you can move to wannan toolkits in that ka installing nasu. Under that toolkits in akwai a lot of things da zaka koya a ciki, duk da has to do with steaming, that has to do with stopwords, a lot of akwai abubuwa da suke da alaka da natural language da yawa waɗanda mutum zai koya. But advisably, let me say this to you, Let me say this to you, my people. Most of the time, these skills that you are seeing, you can't jump to them just like that. You have to go through the door. Akwai a lot of skills da ya kamata ka koyo baya. Wanda if you don't have such background, it will be very difficult for you to understand these skills da muke gani. It's not just skills wanda maybe kawai yau zaka tashi da safe kawai zaka fara koyon natural language. That's not how it works. Unlike other skills kamar HTML, kana iya kawai yau ka wanke huska ka kawai ka fara koyon HTML, ka fara koyon CSS. You can do that, but these skills that are deep skills, you need background. If you have a very solid background in computer, maybe you studied computer science, kind of background, a lot of programming language, C plus plus, all these languages, kind of understanding the so you have a good solid background on all these statistics that came magana the mathematics. It will help you a lot because there are lots of things that za a dinga magana in baka da wannan background in zaka wahala baka fahimta ba. So wannan shine, these are the skills that you need in order for you to follow the career. Then next is, which tech section should I start with? This question I didn't get this question, but since he said which tech section, maybe yana magana kamar me ya kamata ya fara da shi ko? So I think you start with basics. I always tell people, if you want to start learning computer, first of all, you need to learn what is computer. That's number one thing, because you need to understand what computer it can do and what computer cannot do. You need to understand what is computer. That's the number one thing, because most of our people fail to understand what is software and hardware right from the one. If you fail to understand what is software and what is hardware, this is one of the reasons I go on the computer da ta lalace ya kai kafi ya ce a gyara mai. There is no way in kafi suka sanya za su gyara computer. All these are things that you need to understand about computer. So start with basics. What is computer? You understand hardware, software, input, output, all this. Learn that. Start from there. So you continue upwards. That's how you start learning. And when you start learning all these basics, start with typing. You need to start out to type on computer. Just forget everything. Start typing. Keep typing. Don't say you are wasting your time. Just keep typing. So this is it. Please, if you want to start with what is computer, follow the basics and continue from there. How can one focus in just particular field in tech? As I have done a lot of paid classes from graphics, UI, UX, and data analytics. Okay, this is very something that I want to talk about when it comes to focusing on one single skill. Some of these skills that you have mentioned, or some of these computer skills that we are seeing, most of them are interchangeable. Most of these skills. Saboda akwai skills in da wani na shiga cikin wani na helping wani na complementing wani. So but ina recording, then posting video kuma then share the link in gare ku ga ku damu. You don't need to record, I'm recording it, so I will share the link with you. Dukan ku za ku ga video, then upload a YouTube, kowa zai ga link in a YouTube inshallah. So you say you have paid a lot of classes, and what I want to say on this is, when you learn a particular skill, please make sure you learn it, you understand it, and you know how to work with it. In ka samu aiki, maybe if you want to ka ci gaba ka yi specializing kan wannan field in kai expertise kai ne, you can go deep. Ba wani skill da zaka ce ka kai karshe ne, babu shi. That's how it is in tech. Ba skills in da zaka kai karshe ne. If you are to go deep, you are to go deep hard for the rest of your life. But once ka san ka koyi skills, kuma you know how to work with it, you know how to design, you know how to do this, you can move to another skill. Once you know how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, you can move to another one. But what you don't want is have back, maybe ka fara wannan baka iya ba, ka fara wannan baka iya ba, wannan shine problem. But idan ka iya wannan, ka tabbata ka iya, you can move to another one. You can have many skills, let's say 20 skills, amma out of them sai ka zabi kuma kila guda cikin wanda zaka shiga deep ka tai. So wannan ba laifi bane, ban ga laifi ba a wannan when it comes to tech skill, because as you can see this graphic design, of course from graphic design you can move your career to UI UX design. This UI UX design is what we discussed about this web design da nayi magana kai. That's UI UX design, that is user interface and user experience. Wannan skills ne na web design. Mutum ya learn yadda zai sketching na website, yadda website zai looking. So idan kai graphics design, UI UX design will be very, very easier for you to learn. That's one thing about tech skills. So you see, graphic design will help you to learn what UI UX design. So this is something that I think is okay. In kasan ka a graphic design in the kyau. Maybe kuma baka son ka yi developing career kai ne, maybe you just want to learn the skill. You are okay, you are good. You can continue with UI UX design. In Maga UI UX design, and you don't want to build a career on it, you can move to data analytics. Of course, you can do that. So it's not a problem, but like, even a do one day you say one, I don't think it's a problem. Any skills that you want, but if you want to focus on one, maybe after learning all skills in the case of learning, you can sit down. Okay, I'm going into this. Ba shi ne abin da likitoci suke yi ba, ana koya musu komai gaba ɗaya sai an zo ƙarshe sai mutum ya specializing kan wani abu, ko idan mutum ya zo yana so ya yi ya zama consultant sai specializing kan a specific field. So haka abun yake. So this is how tech skills is shima. Kana iya koyon duka, but at the end sai ka zauna ka zaɓi ƙwara ɗaya a ciki. When you learn, shi yasa sometimes idan na ga mutum ya koyi abu ɗaya ya koma gefe, because one thing about digital skills shine idan ka iya ƙwara ɗaya ka yi zaune sama ne, time zai zo wanda you don't matter, you will not belong, za a shafe labarin ka gaba ɗaya ne, because abin da ka iya ya zama outdated. That's one thing about tech skills. Let me tell you this. Kana koyon graphic design kai zaune sama ne, za a zo a yanzu waɗanda suka iya Corel Draw can da suka iya koyon Photoshop, most of them ba aiki da su, most of wasu su ba su ba aiki da su, especially industry da companies. Saboda mi ana magana ne yanzu kan Photoshop, kai kuma baka yi Photoshop ba, maybe ma an wuce Photoshop yanzu an fara magana kan Adobe Illustrator ake magana, kai kuma baka taba ganin ta ba. So you need to start learning, you need to start learning a lot of different skills. But if you want to specialize on one, you can specialize on one. But make sure before you move to any other skill, make sure you understand this one before you move to another one. But it's not something way abnormal. No, it's good. Kana iya kai ta yi, especially ma idan mutum bai samu aiki ba. Okay, na koyi graphic design, na iya amma ban samu aiki ba, I can learn another thing. In koye shi ma maybe ban samu aiki ba, ina in ƙara koyon wani. Duk ranar da Allah ya baka aiki, kai da kanka zaka duka ka gode ma Allah, saboda mi duk skills inda ake bukata wurin aikin kana da shi. So zaka zama exception within, ko da tsararrakin ka da kuke aiki da sauransu, kai zaka zama at the peak, saboda kai you have extra abun nan specialty than the rest. So this is something I will talk about this. Then another question is learning data analysis or graphic design, which one is more better and important? Kowane is better and important. Dukansu is better and important. Kowane su learning data analysis, graphics design, dukansu is better and important. Kamar yadda na yi magana sama, you can start with learning graphic design. In ka iya shi, you are good at it, kana ɗan iya abubuwa, ka yi gini, ka yi zane, ka yi designing, then you can move to data analysis. Please don't restrict yourself cewa wai kawai saboda ka yi graphic design kawai ka fara samun 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. Where you think that the end of you learning this? That's not how it works. So just keep learn on another skill. Can you moving forward? Learn another skill and move forward. So don't restrict yourself, maybe just because you learn this, you learn that. I learned graphic design before, and after that, I decided to drop it and continue with other skills. So you can do that, Kema Bani. Don't think when graphic design you are done. Keep learning. Johnny na koyon tech skills ba yawan. Kuma idan ka ce ma za ka rike guda kamar na fada, za ka kai lokacin da you will become outdated. Outdated za ka zama kawai in baka da skills in da yawa, za ka zama outdated a wani wuri. Za a daina magana ka ne, kawai za ka ga cewa you don't belong kuma kila lokacin da yake da shi na ka koya ya wuce, maybe kayi ɗiya, kayi aure, kayi mata, kayi waye, you don't have enough time to learn. But as you have time now to learn, keep learning. Always you must have something to learn in this world every time. So this question, I think I answered this. The next one is, someone said, I love impacting knowledge, but I find it difficult to organize a class and impact my knowledge to others. I'm a smart phone graphics designer. I need advice on how to go about. Please, let me talk about impacting knowledge to others. Yes, it's okay to impact knowledge to others. But please and please, my people, let me say this to all our people. Magana gaskiya. The way our people are eager to teach other people, Abu is even getting out of hand. It's abnormal. It's even getting out of hand sometimes. Please, just because you learn something, it maybe yanzu kai graphic design misali. Please don't just come and become a scholar on graphic design. Please and please move forward and continue learning. Move forward and continue. Even if you want to impart knowledge to others, please try as much as you can to teach those that are close to you before revealing yourself in the world. And so you see, this issue of popularity, once you kai unveiling kanka ga mutane, wallahi you will become, a lot of things will happen to you. One, ba ka samu time ba. Two, kunya koyo. Three, za ka dinga jin kaman kai wani babba ne, kai kaza ne. All of us, we are always learning, we are still learning. So don't think kawai you start. No, I don't think it's not a time, please. Unless maybe, kamar misali, you are a smartphone graphic designer. Let's say kana kai achieving landmark achievements. For example, you have a landmark achievement. Maybe you are making 2 million, 1 million per month. Ko kai wani project da ka samu kila 10 million, 5 million. Maybe kana da kudi, you have made a lot. You have made a fortune. You can talk about it. So it's good to come and teach others to, but because of 2,000, 3,000, and you still want to teach other people to get 2,000, at the end of the day, we will end up getting 2,000, 3,000, all of us that like that. Please, I'm advising on this. Even if you have that zeal, try teaching those that are close to you, but you keep learning. And if you are doing graphic design on smartphone, I highly advise you, please try to start working with laptop. Try to start learning with laptop. I'm not saying smartphone is not a good move. It's okay. You can learn whatever you want to learn. There are many people that are using smartphone. I knew them and they're making a lot of some things to ina ce kuɗi. When it comes to tech, yanka ce kuɗi, kowa duk abin da yake samun kuɗi ne. But akwai kuɗin da kun san ba kuɗi ba ne. So ga wasu ba kuɗi ba ne, but ga wasu kuma still kuɗi ne. But I highly advise you to explore other opportunities and learn more, and grow big, and big. You can be bigger than what you think you have currently. You can be bigger. Please do that. Anybody that has a question, I will give like 3 minutes to respond to your question. Those of you that are online, you can just drop your question in the chat. Let me keep moving with these questions that I have already. So the next question that we have is, I want to be creating mobile application or software that will assist my Islamic brothers to know their religion better. So please, what is required for me to do or to learn? So if you want to start learning this application or software development, mobile application, please, if you don't know basics, go and learn basics computer, because there are lots of people that came to me, they want to start learning software development, and I asked them, okay, how have you gone when it comes to learning computer? You tell me, be ma taba computer ba, bai da computer, kawai waya gare, kuma yana so ya iya mobile application da sauran. So you will just laugh and smile on this. So please start learning basics. After that, then you move to learning all these the skills that I have mentioned above that has to do with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you move to React, because React is good for people that are developing softwares or application. You can learn that. Or if you want, you can go and learn Java. From there, you continue up till today. There are a lot of people that are using Java to do that. So in Java, you can download Android Studio and start developing your applications on that. So I think that is okay. For this training that we'll organize in the next 2 months, yes, yes, for the training, I'll talk about that. But I said it already. You can make an installmental payment. Even if it is 2,000, you can be making 2,000 until you complete the payment of the bootcamp, data analytics bootcamp that we'll start it on 1st May 2024. Yeah. So we have like 3 months for us to start, of course. So you can start paying 2,000, 1,000, 3,000 until you complete the 20,000. Then we can commence. You can do that. Okay, so this is for the mobile. Okay, so I think these are all the questions I'll respond to for today. We have a lot of questions, but I will stop here since we have some few minutes to go. I will stop here. If you have a question, those of you that are with us here, you can drop your question, then I will respond to some of your questions. But let's stop here for today. And I think I will respond to some of your questions, and we call it a day. I would upload the video and share the link with you. Some of you that joined late and some of you that didn't attend, you will watch the video. Okay, if you have a question, you can ask. Or let me check because there are many questions. I will just go and see. I will ask. There's one question. I didn't create the question. I think let's stop here. Let's stop here, or let's maybe I can just put the question and answer it. I don't want us. Okay, there is question. Let me check the chat. Okay. Okay. Let me respond to your question. We have how many minutes? Can tell us about the NIDA and take before collaboration. Please, I didn't get this question. Can the person who this thing, someone who asked this question, please just refresh the question, please. Refresh the question. I didn't get the question. Sorry. We only have 2 minutes, so let me respond to other questions. Assalamu alaikum. What of if person dedicate in learning data analysis in SQL, Power BI, and Tab? Yes, of course. Issue of this learning data analytics. Okay, like I told you, issue of learning data analytics. When you learn, when you specialize it in Excel, you move to another tool. There are lots of tools used for data analysis. And the reason why I want you to keep learning from this to this, from this to this, you don't know where you might find yourself. Kana iya finding kanka organization inda they are using Power BI. Idan baka iya Power BI ba kana ruwa. Excel kawai ka iya, you are in deep problem. Kana iya samun organization da SQL kawai suke aiki da shi. Idan Power BI kawai ka iya baka iya SQL ba, kana problem. Idan Excel kawai, so keep learning. Idan ka iya wannan ka je wannan. Akwai organization in ma da Najeriya yanzu sun fara aiki da Tableau. So idan Tableau kawai ka iya, of course, kana da problem in ka haɗu organization da kuma Excel suka iya. But you start with Excel, you move to other one, and you keep learning. Can YouTube videos serve as a place where somebody can learn data analysis as yours and other channels? If you're on another channel that you can recommend, you can help us. Yes, of course, there are lots of tutorials someone can learn on that. And the reason why I create this bootcamp, I'm doing this bootcamp for people. Yes, I have 63 videos on Excel. You can learn it. I have a lot of videos on data analysis. The reason why I hold my bootcamp is to teach our people the skills someone need that has to do with data analysis and related to Nigeria. You can go and learn data analysis on YouTube, but sometimes you are calculation amma duk abin da ka koya is not relevant to Nigerian context. That's the one issue about learning on YouTube. So some of the things that you are learning, you can learn something that is meant for developed country, not developing country like Nigeria. So that's the only reason. So I highly recommend you can watch my Excel videos. If you want, you can join my bootcamp, data analytics bootcamp. It will help you, but my Excel videos can help you also too. That reaching, but there are lots of channels. I can't say specific, go to this channel, but I know my own channel. You can learn it. And since you are in Nigeria, it will help you. NIDA and Tech for Development will be coming up with a challenge for different categories of people. Kindly tell. Please, I didn't hear about this NIDA and Tech for that is coming up with a challenge. I didn't learn about the challenge, but if I do, I will talk about it next week or next meeting that we are going to have, or I will post it on my Facebook. If you are following on Facebook, you will see a post on that.